Cricket video games are a unique corner of the gaming world. As fans, we invest time mastering the gameplay, improving our skills and immersing ourselves in virtual matches. But no matter how much we enjoy them, there are persistent frustrations that seem to crop up in every cricket game. Today we are diving into some of the biggest frustrations cricket gamers face, the ones that have us cheering one moment and face-palming the next. For many cricket gamers, gameplay mechanics are the heart of the experience and a major source of frustration. Timing is essential in cricket, whether you are going for a big shot or aiming for precise placement, and yet it often feels inconsistent across games. Take shots for example. Timing a shot perfectly might result in a boundary on one delivery but in a mistimed edge on the next, even with similar inputs. It's like there's a layer of randomness thrown in that makes it tough for players to rely on skill alone. Bowling can be just as unpredictable. Some games go overboard with the precision required, while others make it overly simplified, reducing the strategic aspect of the game. This inconsistency makes it hard for players to feel like they're improving, and many end up feeling more frustrated than rewarded. A game's AI is supposed to simulate real-life player behavior and add a realistic challenge, but in cricket games, it often ends up feeling robotic or erratic. AI-controlled batsmen might play bizarre shots in high-stakes situations or adopt hyper-defensive tactics in fast-paced T20s. Fielding positions set by AI captains can feel nonsensical too, like placing all fielders on the boundary in the first few overs of a test match or overly aggressive setups in low-risk situations. Even worse, AI bowlers often ignore the player's skill level, tossing out the same predictable deliveries regardless of whether you're a beginner or a seasoned gamer. Some games have made strides in AI improvements, but cricket gaming fans are still hoping for AI that adjusts its strategy realistically, making games feel more challenging and lifelike. One of the biggest immersion breakers in cricket games is outdated graphics and recurring animation issues. With sports games like FIFA or NBA 2K raising the bar every year, cricket games often feel visually left behind. Clipping issues are frequent, bats go underground on certain shots, players collide awkwardly with each other on the field, and the ball occasionally takes strange paths through players or equipment. Visual bugs like these make the game feel less polished and realistic. Even Cricket 24, despite graphical improvements, struggles to keep pace with other sports franchises. Updated player animations and smoother transitions are essential to keep the gameplay feeling fresh, but so far cricket games have not fully delivered, leaving fans wishing for a true visual upgrade. Fielding is one of the more complex aspects of cricket gameplay, and unfortunately it's an area that often lets gamers down. Fielders frequently seem to freeze at the wrong moment, dive clumsily or throw inaccurately even with simple targets. The recent broadcast dynamic camera in Cricket 24 has added value by creating a more immersive view that feels closer to real-life broadcasts. However, this new camera angle is not perfect and lacks customization options, which can make it difficult for players to find a perfect perspective that best suits their gameplay style. Overall, cricket games need to give fielding the attention it deserves to match the realism in batting and bowling. Career mode is often one of the most popular features in sports games, allowing players to step into the shoes of a rising star. Unfortunately, cricket games usually don't put the same effort into making career modes feel engaging or meaningful. Progression often feels repetitive, with little variation between matches and no real narrative to keep players invested. Imagine if career mode included branching storylines, player relationships, or in-game cutscenes that let players experience life as a pro cricketer. Adding global player and team rankings would also make career mode feel competitive, letting players feel like they are working toward a spot in the top rankings. These touches would make career mode less of a grind and more of a personal journey, encouraging players to invest in their virtual career for the long haul. Cricket fans want to see their favorite players and teams represented accurately, but licensing issues often prevent this from happening. This means that fans have to settle for generic jerseys, teams with made-up names, and players that look nothing like real-world counterparts. While games like Cricket 24 have managed to secure rights for a few IPL teams or international squads, leagues like the PSL or even some international players are left without accurate representation, especially facial scanning. Adding to the frustration, player models often lack the detail found in other sports games. Faces might look somewhat accurate, but body types, batting styles, and unique animations are often absent. This lack of authenticity is disappointing for fans who want to play with real teams and feel fully immersed in the world of cricket.
Joining me in the commentary box for this match is Jim Maxwell.
Commentary is meant to add atmosphere and excitement to a game, but in cricket games, it often falls flat due to its repetitive and generic nature. The same phrases tend to loop over and over, and commentary often misses important moments, creating an unconvincing atmosphere. Hearing a commentator call a defensive shot aggressive or react too late to a big moment can take players out of the experience. Dynamic commentary that adjusts based on the match situation, key player performances, or even ongoing rivalries would make each game feel unique. Those are the 7 frustrations that cricket gamers face time and again. For fans who invest hours in mastering every skill, these issues can be a real test of patience. But if we are honest, even with these flaws, cricket games hold a special place in our hearts. What would you add to the list, and which of these frustrations have you experienced the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's hope developers take note and bring us a truly polished cricket game soon.